done with DIY-TV. My name's Mike and I have the DESLOC. This is a smart lock. You can unlock your front door with your fingertips if you want, or you can use a PIN code. So in this video, what I want to do is first kind of go over the hardware. I then want to go over the features of this. Then we're going to install it. Then we're going to see how it works within the app. So taking a little bit closer look, you need a gateway. And then you need obviously the DESLOC. If you have multiple DESLOCs, you only need one gateway. So you have your gateway and you have your lock. Now in the box with the lock, this goes on the inside and this goes on the outside. This is the part that goes on the outside. It has your PIN code, so you can put your PIN in, and also has a fingerprint detector there that will also lock the door, which is really neat, nice for the kids. This does come in different colors, so black, silver, satin nickel, and a color of ORB, which I'm not 100% sure of that, but I got the black one. You have your deadbolt, you have your keys. It also has backup power, so inside here you have 4 AA batteries that powers this, but let's just say runs out of battery, even though it notifies you in the app when the batteries are getting low. You have a USB-C here, right on the bottom. You can plug in a backup power pack and power this. I mean, that's if you didn't have the keys. So really for backup would be your keys, but if you didn't have the keys, you can power this via a USB-C power pack. Now we're gonna get into actually installing this on the door, playing with all the features. Let's do it. So this is my current setup. All right, so I just have a normal manual lock, you know, like what's it, 1950? Okay, so our first step here is to remove the old deadbolt. Okay, so Phillips head, usually what you have is 2 screws here and 2 screws here. So we're just gonna pull them out. Okay, we're gonna pull this out, the tumbler. So now this is what we're left with, normal doors, hollow hole. So our first step here is to install the deadbolt. Now this is adjustable. The easiest way to figure out the length that you need is to just compare it against the one you just took out, all right? So all you do is you just spin it. Now it's the same length. Up arrow that's on here, we can install this like so, and we can use the screws that it's supplied with to install this back in. All right, so we'll drive these screws in. Then our next step is to take this and make sure this is in the unlock position. And we are going to feed the wire underneath the bottom. And we're gonna feed this through the middle hole and these 2 through the 2 holes on the side, just like that, okay? Feed it in. And this is where it's a little different, but no big deal. You have to put this plate. So normally you don't install these plates, you know, but we're gonna take this plate, the wire goes there. 2 of these mounting screws, which are from like J-Bag, and we are going to line them up. Driver to make this a little bit faster. Next step is to actually plug this unit in. There's a plug right here, so this fits inside. Paying attention to this and putting this into the open position, we're gonna put this over that. All right, and we're going to use these H screws that they supply, and we are going to put one here, and one here. Now that it's in, we are going to just simply install the batteries. Now it's time for the app. So for the app, there's a code right here in the book. So we're basically just gonna go in and we're gonna scan it. I'm gonna download the app, just like any other app. So just making a username and password. Now it is in pairing mode. So it says I need to stand at least 2 meters away. It's gonna sit right here and I'm gonna hit plus. We're gonna add this door lock to the app. So we're gonna hit door lock. Please touch any key to activate the pairing mode. Please add a Bluetooth. Okay, here we go. So it looks like it found it within the app. It's talking to me, okay? I'm gonna sign it. The front door. Now we got the lock installed. I want to walk you through the app. So I'm going to show you some of the features. I won't be able to show you all of them because there are a ton of features. I've been messing with this for like the last hour. So let's lock the door, okay? So using Bluetooth, let's say you're walking up to the door, you can open up the app and you can hit the door unlock button, okay? So that's pretty cool. Pretty standard stuff. I can hold it and lock it, okay? Now I'm going to move left to right with these options here. So you have E keys, interesting, but basically what that means is you would have to have someone else that's the same app on their phone, and what you could do is send them a key. You can make this a timed key, a one-time key, a permanent key, or reoccurring. The ones I think that most people are gonna use is something like passcodes, okay? So I have 2 different passcodes here. I have one that's 55555, and I have another one that's 11111. So 5 5s or 5 1s, okay? So let's pretend we're walking up to the door and we wanna wake this thing up, okay? So we hit the lock button, and I can put in there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hit the lock, and that will lock. But what I wanna show you is a feature that they have called anti-peeking. I can hit a couple numbers before and then put my number in the middle, 5, and then even a number afterwards, and I can hit that, and it'll lock it. So I can kind of encase it, the actual code, in between two other numbers. This is anti-peeking. So this is someone like looking over your shoulder or something, and you want to get in. So that's a pretty cool feature, okay? I'll show you how to generate a passcode. I'll just generate a custom one, and I'm gonna keep it permanent, because I can also put times on all this stuff. You can see at the top here. I'm gonna make the passcode, not 666, that's not good. 777, okay? I'm gonna name it 777. All right, we'll delete these afterwards. So you can see this right in real time. I'll put the passcode in. I'm gonna hit complete. I'm gonna lock this, and then we're gonna come up to the door. And there we go. All right, so pretty cool. Like I said, you could do timed, so you can have it only at a certain time, permanent, custom, reoccurring, etc. All right, you could do RF cards, okay? This is radio frequency cards. So they have fobs that are radio frequency, so you can have a fob basically on your keychain, or you can have a card in your wallet. You can walk up and just hit this, and it will unlock it. So that's pretty cool. I can see this being something, if you're working on a house or you're working with a bunch of contractors and people are coming in and out, you give each person like their own card or their own passcodes. And the nice thing is it records all of this in this app. So if I go here and I hit the refresh records, you're gonna see that I put the 111 in, the 777, the test ones. I even put an incorrect one. So it keeps a log of all of that. So you can actually name these passcodes, John, the contractor, or Sally, the house cleaner, or John, the house cleaner, whatever you want, you know. Nice thing, you can actually export these records as well, which I think was really neat, very, very good. Like if you're a realtor, I think this would be something pretty cool, or you're selling a house or something. Instead of using those lock boxes, you can give someone a one-time code and they can only get in that one time, or even an Airbnb. Last one I'm gonna get to is fingerprints, okay? So you can store a fingerprint in here, just like your iPhone. You kind of hold it on there. You hold it on there like 3 or 4 times, and it basically keeps taking pictures of your finger. Get in, you basically just come up. Oh, I gotta stand. It was actually the other finger. And it unlocks, okay? So really neat, and you can add multiple fingers in there. You can name the fingers, okay? So that you know exactly who came in your house. There are some reminders in here. So days that the door maybe hasn't opened, which is actually pretty good. Maybe if you have an elderly person in your family and you wanna know that their door hasn't opened in 5 days, I think that's pretty good. You can have notifications that someone came home. You can see that your door was forced open. Low battery, that's definitely something I'm gonna have. I'm gonna go into settings. Now I can't go through all these settings because it would take another 10 minutes to go through all these, but let me show you just a few of them. So you can have auto lock, which is pretty neat. You can have this lock after, let's say, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever. Lock sound, you can control the sounds. You can also connect this to your Amazon Alexa or your Google Home Assistant, okay? So that's pretty cool. You can say, hey, Alexa, unlock the front door and stuff like that. So that is really, really tons and tons of features in here. More features than I honestly would have expected. I really like the records. That's really nice. If you want all these features, you want to be able to access them when you're outside your house. So let's say you're on vacation, you want to be able to unlock this remotely. That's where the gateway comes in. So you have to buy the smart lock gateway. All right, you just basically plug this into a wall. So I'm gonna go plug this into a wall. And now I'm gonna go into the app, all right, and I'm gonna hit gateway. And we're gonna hit the plus button. All right, the G2 Wi-Fi, the lights are flashing. All right, so now we're just gonna add this to the app. You can see, hit the plus button. We're gonna add this to the app. What this is gonna ask for is our actual home Wi-Fi, which you're not gonna see me put my Wi-Fi password in, of course. But you're gonna put your Wi-Fi password in here and you're gonna hit OK. So I'm gonna do that now. All right, so now that the gateway is successfully connected to the internet, now it wants to connect to the door lock. So you can remotely, it actually already did the connection automatically. Now these are connected. What this allows you to do, like I said, is allows you to remotely unlock the door. If you buy just the lock without the gateway, still works. You still use your fingerprint, still use all the different features that you saw. You know, I'm pretty excited about it. I'll put a link to this down below if you want to pick one of these up yourself. The installation was super simple. The app works great. These apps have really come a long way, and they've definitely done a good job with their app. I'm Mike, Family DIY TV. Please consider subscribing. If you pick this thing up and you like it, leave me a comment down below. If you have any questions, leave me a comment down below as well. And I'm DESLOC out.